Welcome back to Weight Warriors. I'm Mike. I'm a fat guy trying not to be fat anymore by making lifestyle changes and documenting it on YouTube. If you've been following along in this journey, I have just finished up week number 6, and I've made 3 commitments this year to, again, change my lifestyle, change my behavior to lose weight and be healthier. And I've been calling them my 3 keys to success. And a recap of those 3 keys are, number 1 is around my nutrition and what I'm eating. I am counting calories, and I am trying to maintain under 2,000 calories taking in per day. And then the second key, number 2, is I am increasing my physical activity, at least my non-exercise physical activity, meaning I'm not doing cardio, I'm just trying to walk, so I'm counting my steps. My goal is to get at least 10,000 steps in a day. That way I'm staying more mobile, and I felt like 10,000 steps was just, 10,000 was a nice round number. I felt like that's been pretty good lately with my steps, and we'll get into how I've done. And then the third key is accountability, you. So thank you for watching this video, and if you are interested in weight loss journeys or would like to encourage me or follow along, please like and comment and subscribe to the channel and hit that bell if you'd like to be notified for upcoming videos. So we are 9 weeks into this. We're into March now. We've finished January and February. It's crazy to think that we're already into March and 2 months of this year are gone. But yeah, let's take a look at how things have gone so far. Going to start real quick with, again, an overview of January, because I'm kind of doing 2 months in review now. January, I again logged my calories in and steps every day, and I also tracked my weight almost every day of the month of January. And on average, for the first month, January, and I started at 290.2 pounds with a BMI of 41. That was just, again, for starting figures. You see that starting weight, 290.2. So I averaged for calories a little over my goal, 2,016, and I'll talk about the 2,000 calories. I kind of just picked 2,000 and 10,000 because they, again, sounded like nice round numbers. In hindsight, and I've learned some things in the 2 months, maybe a little more strategy on that would have been better, but hey, it's okay. It's in the past now, but we'll get into that, like I said, in kind of a later video. I'm doing a video on calories now. But again, looking at January, I did really well. I felt good, had a lot of good progress. I averaged over 10,000 steps per day for the month. It was 10,872. And so January is pretty good. And I've just recently started using another tool called, what's it called? Happy Scale, Home Scale, something like that. Anyway, what the cool thing that I've noticed about this app, and there's a lot of apps like this, but if you put in your daily weight, it actually helps project more of your trend line down, so you can make sure you have a negative trend, meaning you're losing weight week by week, and it gives out an average for the week and the month and your low point for the month. So here for January, my low point was 269.2 pounds, and I averaged 4.3 pounds a week, which is really aggressive, but this is also, as I said before, this had the water weight phase in it. So when you go through the first 2 weeks, you're going to lose 2 to 5% of your body weight pretty much just right off the bat because you're going to shed a lot of water. So that's how January looked, and I really like this graph because you see it for February as well. But each of those little blue lines and dots, like I said, is my daily weight measurement. And so it's just really cool, I think, to see that trend. And it automatically populates, so you see it started at 290, and now it's down to 270. It was kind of the lowest point. So that was January. Moving on to February. So we just finished up. This last week had 3 days. The last 3 days of the month of February. For calories, I averaged 2,087, so it was up a little bit from January. But like I said, I'm okay with that because I cut too early, cut calories too low too early. And then steps I actually increased because really the last couple of weeks I haven't had a sub 10,000 day since, look at that, February 17th. I've really gotten into walking and enjoyed it. I'll put the podcast or some audiobook in and just have that time to focus. And like I said, I've been enjoying the walking trails around my house too. It's been nice. But yeah, so this is how the end of February went. I had 2 days where I didn't meet my calorie goal. But again, it's okay. Like I said, I have a pretty good trend. So looking at, again, that tracker for the trend, and I was kind of all over the place for February. You see, I had right out the gate, February, looks like February 3rd or 4th, I weighed in under 268 pounds. But then we went on that trip right after that, and I went back up to 271. And yeah, it's been, like you see, it's been kind of all over the place with the weight, which again, I'm glad that I do this graph so I can see that trend is heading in the right direction, even though, occasionally the weight is because if you weigh yourself every day, it's almost like when you step on the scale, that number, it either psychs you out for the day or it gives you this false sense of motivation. Like that daily number doesn't mean anything, to be clear. It doesn't mean anything, but it does mess with your psyche, or at least it messes with mine. So I do like this graph to see that the trend is heading in the right direction. And yeah, so again, for February, I did, like I said, I hit 2,087 per day, which is okay for calories, and then I averaged 11,573, which I'm pretty proud about for an average daily. Moving into March, so we've only had 4 days of March because today's Saturday the 4th. And my average daily calories is under 2,000. It's 1,905, even though 2 of the 4 days I have gone over my caloric goal. But again, it's okay. That's really because yesterday, the 3rd, I was pretty busy and I only had time for one meal. So I just, I felt pretty good. So I didn't really feel like I needed it. But yeah, so I only did 1,200 calories yesterday. But yeah, and then I weighed in today at 263.2. So again, it's kind of weird if you were to look at even the graph. It's like, looking at the trend, it's like I was at 269, and that felt like I dropped to 267. Then I was 267, then dropped to 265. And it's weird how one day you'll wake up and you'll have dropped a couple pounds, or at least in my experience. One day I wake up and I dropped a couple pounds and I'll kind of be in that realm for a little while. And then one day I'll wake up and I'll drop another couple pounds. So human body's weird, but I'm glad I'm tracking this, and it's just, yeah, I'm still having fun with it. So anyway, that's how week 9 went. Like I said, I'm putting out some more content if you'd like to watch. I'm doing a series on calories, what they are, how to count them, what the different like BMR, NET, NEAT, EAT, TDEE, all these acronyms for stuff. Anyways, if you're interested in calories and learning about that, like I said, look for that content as it's on its way, and I will catch you next week. Have a good one.